My best friend stole my fiancé. 5 years later, when my wife walked in, his face said everything. We were college sweethearts, 7 years together, survived long distance, dead-end jobs, even a breakup that somehow made us stronger. And then there was Tyler, my best friend since we were kids, the kind of friend who knew every embarrassing story, every insecurity. When I proposed to Lauren, he was the first person I told. He bear hugged me and said, "Finally, man, you two are perfect." 2 months before the wedding, I left work early to surprise her with dinner. Her car was in the driveway. So was Tyler's truck. I remember standing at the front door thinking, maybe he stopped by to help with wedding stuff. But when I walked in and heard the laughter from upstairs, soft, intimate, I knew. I opened the bedroom door. They froze. Tyler looked at me like a kid caught stealing. Then he had the audacity to say, "Evan, it's not what it looks like." I actually laughed. "Oh, thank God," I said. For a second, I thought my best friend was in bed with my fiancé. He tried to explain. "It just happened, man. We didn't mean..." I walked out, didn't yell, didn't throw anything, just left. That night, I drove to my mom's place at midnight. She opened the door, saw my face, and pulled me into a hug without asking questions. The next week was a blur. I sold the apartment, quit my job, blocked both their numbers, moved 2 towns over, and started from nothing. Worked 80-hour weeks just to keep my mind busy. Avoided old friends, deleted social media. I wanted to disappear completely. About a year in, I met Sarah at a coffee shop. She was reading a book I loved, and I made some awkward comment about the ending. We talked for 3 hours. She didn't rush me to open up about my past. She just existed beside me, steady and patient. Eventually, I told her everything. She listened, then said, "People who betray you tell you exactly who they are. The question is whether you listen." We got married a year later. Small ceremony, just family. Had our daughter Emma a year after that. Life rebuilt itself slowly. New city, new job, new friends who didn't know the old me. For the first time in years, I felt genuinely happy. Tyler and Lauren became distant memories, ghosts I'd finally put to rest. Then my mom passed away. Heart failure. She'd been sick for a while, but it still destroyed me. She was the only person who'd stood by me through everything. Her funeral was yesterday. Small service, just like she wanted. I was greeting people, trying to hold it together, when I heard that familiar voice behind me. "Evan, long time no see, man." I turned around. Tyler. Same cocky grin, same fake charm. And beside him, dressed in black, was Lauren, my ex-fiancée. For a second, I thought I was hallucinating, but no, she looked right at me, eyes darting nervously. He stepped closer and said loud enough for others to hear, "Sorry about your mom, buddy. She was a good woman." Then he leaned in, lowered his voice, and whispered, "Guess I won after all." Everything went still. 5 years of silence, 5 years of rebuilding, and he still thought this was a competition he'd won. I smiled, calm, steady. "You still renting that studio apartment downtown?" He blinked, caught off guard. "What? No, That's when Sarah walked through the door. She was holding Emma's hand, our 3-year-old daughter in a little black dress. The moment Tyler saw them, his face transformed. Not just surprise, complete devastation. The smirk vanished. His mouth opened slightly, then closed. He looked at Sarah, then Emma, then back at me. Lauren wouldn't even make eye contact. She stared at the floor like she wanted to disappear. Sarah walked up, kissed my cheek, and whispered, "You okay?" I nodded. She smiled politely at Tyler. "You must be an old friend." He stammered something incoherent. I later found out through mutual friends that they'd been barely surviving. Lauren worked 2 jobs at a grocery store and a call center. Tyler had been unemployed for 8 months, living off her income. They fought constantly. No kids, no savings, just the hollow shell of what they'd destroyed. As they left the funeral, Tyler turned back one last time. I was holding Emma, Sarah's arm around my waist. He just stood there in the parking lot, staring. I didn't gloat, didn't say anything, just gave him a small nod.